What's up, Wrestling-verse family? Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the most compelling stories from the world of professional wrestling. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon because you don't want to miss any of our exclusive content. Today, we're talking about one of wrestling's most beloved power couples, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, and the beautiful, heartfelt revelation Becky shared about their journey as parents. Before we get into the emotional details, let's set the stage. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins aren't just two of the biggest names in WWE, they're a real-life love story that has captivated fans around the globe. Both are multi-time world champions, main event superstars, and absolute icons in the wrestling industry. Their relationship became public in 2019, and fans immediately embraced them as wrestling royalty. Here were two of the most talented, charismatic performers finding love while conquering their respective divisions. The chemistry was undeniable, both on social media and in their public appearances together. In May 2020, Becky Lynch made a shocking announcement on Monday Night Raw. She revealed that she was pregnant and would be relinquishing the Raw Women's Championship to Asuka. It was a bittersweet moment. Fans were losing the man from weekly television, but they were gaining insight into an incredible new chapter in her life. Later that year, Becky and Seth welcomed their daughter, Rue, into the world. The name itself has special meaning. It's a cooking term, but it also represents the blend of their two lives coming together to create something beautiful and new. From that moment on, both superstars have been remarkably open about their journey into parenthood, sharing glimpses of their family life while maintaining appropriate boundaries for their daughter's privacy. But what many fans don't know is the depth of the conversations Becky and Seth had about parenthood, career, and the sacrifices they'd both need to make. And recently, Becky has opened up about some truly heartfelt revelations she shared with Seth about raising their child in the unique world of professional wrestling. One of the most powerful things Becky has revealed in interviews is her conversation with Seth about the sacrifice of stepping away from wrestling at the absolute peak of her career. When Becky discovered she was pregnant, she was the Raw Women's Champion, arguably the biggest star in WWE, and riding a wave of popularity that few wrestlers ever experience. Becky has talked about how she sat down with Seth and expressed her feelings about leaving at that moment. It wasn't just about relinquishing a championship, it was about stepping away from the character she'd built, the fans who supported her, and the momentum that had taken years to achieve. She told Seth that while she was absolutely thrilled about becoming a mother, there was also a part of her that felt conflicted. The man had fought so hard to reach the top, and now she was walking away from it all. Seth, being not just her partner but also someone who understands the wrestling business intimately, provided the support and perspective she needed. He reminded her that this wasn't an ending, it was a transformation. The same strength, determination, and fire that made her a champion would now fuel her as a mother. And when the time was right, she could return to wrestling even stronger than before. Becky has been incredibly candid about the realities of pregnancy and early motherhood, especially for someone in the physically demanding world of professional wrestling. She's shared with Seth and in public interviews how challenging it was to watch wrestling continue without her while she was adjusting to her new role as a mother. There were moments of doubt, she's admitted, moments where she wondered if fans would forget about her, if her spot would still be there when she returned, if her body would be able to perform at the same elite level after pregnancy and childbirth. In conversations with Seth, Becky revealed these fears. And Seth, having witnessed countless wrestlers take time off and successfully return, reassured her. He told her that true stars don't lose their shine, they evolve. He reminded her that the fans loved the man not just for her wrestling ability, but for her authenticity, her fire, and her relatability. More importantly, he assured her that whatever happened with her wrestling career, they were building something even more meaningful together, a family. Perhaps one of the most touching revelations Becky has shared is about raising a daughter in the wrestling business. She's talked about the conversations she and Seth have had about what they want Rue to understand about their careers, about the industry, and about the legacy they're building. Becky told Seth that she wants their daughter to grow up understanding that both her parents were trailblazers. Seth, a multiple-time world champion who revolutionized what it meant to be a main event star in the modern era. And Becky, the man who shattered glass ceilings and proved that women could be the biggest draw in the entire industry. But more than titles and accolades, Becky revealed to Seth that she wants Ru to understand the values behind their success: hard work, resilience, authenticity, and the courage to be yourself even when the world tells you to be something else. Becky has mentioned in interviews how she and Seth have discussed what it means to be present parents despite their demanding schedules. They've had deep conversations about making sure that Ru never feels like she's competing with their careers for attention and love. One of the most significant revelations Becky shared with Seth was about potentially changing how they both approach their careers moving forward. She expressed that while wrestling will always be a huge part of their lives, it can't be everything anymore. Their daughter needs stability, presence, and parents who are there for the important moments. Seth, according to Becky, was completely aligned with this perspective. They've made commitments to each other about scheduling, about making sure at least one of them is always home with Ru when possible, and about eventually transitioning to roles that might allow them more family time as their daughter grows older. When Becky Lynch made her return to WWE at SummerSlam 2021, it was one of the most electric moments in recent wrestling history. The roar of the crowd, the surprise appearance, winning the SmackDown Women's Championship in seconds, it was magical. But what fans didn't see was the conversation Becky had with Seth before she walked through that curtain. She's revealed that she told him how nervous she was, how she wasn't sure if she still had it, if the fans would still care about the man. Seth's response, according to Becky, was simple and powerful. He told her that she was about to show the world that women can do anything: be mothers, be champions, be icons, all at the same time. He told her that their daughter would one day watch that return and be incredibly proud of her mother. And he was right. Becky's return was triumphant, and she's continued to perform at an incredibly high level while balancing motherhood. Becky has also opened up about the vulnerable conversations she and Seth have had about mom guilt, that feeling many working mothers experience when they're away from their children because of career obligations. She's revealed that she's told Seth about the emotional difficulty of leaving Ru for tours, for television tapings, for international appearances. Even though she knows she's providing for her family and setting an example, there are moments when it's incredibly hard. Seth, she's shared, has been her rock during these moments. He reminds her that quality time matters more than quantity, that Ru is surrounded by love, and that she's teaching their daughter what it means to pursue your passion and excellence in your field. They've also discussed how they support each other through these feelings, taking turns with childcare responsibilities and making sure neither of them feels alone in the challenges of balancing parenthood with their wrestling careers. Perhaps the most beautiful revelation Becky has shared is about the future she and Seth envision for their family. She's talked about the conversations they've had late at night, after Ru is asleep, about what life might look like in 5 years, 10 years, and beyond. They've discussed the possibility of having more children. They've talked about eventually transitioning into backstage roles, maybe even training the next generation of wrestlers together. They've imagined what it would be like to have Ru at ringside one day, if she chooses to be interested in wrestling, or supporting her in whatever passion she discovers. Becky revealed to Seth that regardless of championships, Hall of Fame inductions, or any other accolades, the thing she's most proud of is building this life with him and raising their daughter together. She told him that Ru has changed her perspective on everything: success, legacy, what really matters. And Seth, she says, feels exactly the same way. One of the most important things Becky has emphasized in her revelations to Seth is about maintaining their individual identities while being parents and partners. She's talked about how important it is that she's still Becky Lynch, not just Seth Rollins' wife or Ru's mother. She revealed that she had a conversation with Seth about maintaining her independence, her career, and her identity as the man. And Seth, showing the respect and understanding that makes their relationship work, completely supported this. He's never wanted her to diminish herself or her career for their family. He wants her to thrive in every role she takes on. Similarly, Becky supports Seth's evolution as a performer and his own journey as a father, finding balance. They've created a partnership where both can be fully themselves while being fully committed to their family. So where does all this leave us? Well, it gives us a window into one of wrestling's most genuine relationships. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins have shown that you can be champions in the ring and champions at home. You can be larger-than-life characters on television and present, loving parents in real life. Becky's revelations to Seth about their daughter, about parenthood, about balancing career and family. These aren't just celebrity gossip. They're real conversations that resonate with anyone trying to balance their professional ambitions with their family responsibilities. Both superstars continue to perform at elite levels in WWE while raising their daughter with love, intention, and awareness. They're writing a new chapter in their lives, one that includes championship reigns and sleepless nights, WrestleMania moments and first steps, title defenses and bedtime stories. And there you have it. Wrestling vs. Family, the heartfelt revelations Becky Lynch has shared with Seth Rollins about their journey as parents. It's a beautiful reminder that behind the characters, the championships, and the larger-than-life personas, wrestlers are real people navigating the same challenges and joys that many of us face. What do you think about how Becky and Seth have balanced their careers and parenthood? Do you respect how they've been open about the challenges while protecting their daughter's privacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's have a respectful conversation about it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of wrestling's most beloved families, smash that like button, subscribe to Wrestling vs. CC for more incredible wrestling content, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Share this video with your fellow wrestling fans who appreciate the human side of our favorite superstars. Until next time, keep celebrating the art of professional wrestling, and remember, the greatest championship anyone can win is building a loving family. I'll see you in the next one. This has been Wrestling vs. CC, and as always, stay legendary.